incompletions, insecurities, nothing is needed for you to exist. Paramashiva alone is enough for you to live absolutely, blissfully, celebrating, fulfilled, complete, intensely. Mahavakshiva.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
பற்றும் எவருக்கும் பாதை காட்டுவாய் சிவனே, நிம்மதி வாழ்வில் நித்தமும் தந்திட கைலை கொண்ட சிவனே, சித்தர் பூமியாய் பக்தர் நெஞ்சினை சிவமயமாக்கும் நித்யானந்தனே, கலியுகத்திலே மாயையாவையும் நீக்கிய அருளும் நித்யானந்தனே. சிவனே, கனலே சிவனே, மணலே சிவனே, காற்றே சிவனே, கடலே சிவனே, அருளே சிவனே, பொருளே சிவனே, அருளே சிவனே. சிவாய நம உபாயம் தரும் விடாத வினை தொடாது விடும். சிவாய நம உபாயம் தரும் விடாத வினை தொடாது விடும். நித்தமும் தந்திட கைலை கொண்ட சிவனே, சித்தர் ஜோதியாய் பக்தர் நெஞ்சினை சிவமயமாக்கும் நித்யானந்தனே கலியுகத்திலே மாயையாவையும் நீக்கிய அருளும் நித்யானந்தனே.
Nithyananda, welcome to the third day of the Rajarajeshwari Brahmotsavam. In the Rajarajeshwari Brahmotsavam, we celebrate the divine feminine consciousness and worship the cosmic mother. The tradition of mother worship is something very unique to Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Devi Rajarajeshwari is the cosmic mother, Paramashiva Shakti herself. Rajarajeshwari means the royal and most supreme goddess. She is the most magnificent and graceful form of the cosmic mother. In Kailasa's temples around the world, the deities of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, grace us in the Sarvalankara as Devi Rajarajeshwari, as he is the very embodiment of the cosmic mother herself. We will now offer puja, as puja is an activity done by the brain to mirror the neurological activity of the higher vertical time zones. We will now offer our devotion and love.
ॐ अम्बाशाम्भविचन्द्रमौळिरबला अपर्णा उमा पार्वती काली हैमवती शिवा त्रिनयनी कात्यायनी भैरवी सावित्री नवयौवना शुभकरी साम्राज्यलक्ष्मीप्रदा चिद्रूपी परदेवता भगवती श्रीराजराजेश्वरी। ॐ अथ धूपः। ॐ दशाङ्गं गुग्गुलोपेतं सुगन्धं च सुमनोहरम् आघ्रेयः सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्रीमद्राजराजेश्वरी पराभट्टारिकायै नमः। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। धूपम् आघ्रापयामि। अथ दीपः। ॐ साज्यं त्रिवर्तिसंयुक्तं वह्निना योजितं मया ग्रहाणमङ्गलं दीपं त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम्। श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्रीमद्राजराजेश्वरी पराभट्टारिकायै नमः। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। दीपं सन्दर्शयामि। अथ नैवेद्यम्। ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणी अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा। श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्रीमद्राजराजेश्वरी पराभट्टारिकायै नमः। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यानन्तरम् आचमनं समर्पयामि। नीराजनम्। मंगलावताराय ज्योतिस्तंभस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलम् ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलम् कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम् मङ्गलम् गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम् परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् हरि ओम् तत्सत् सर्वम् भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम् महेश्वराय सोमा
கருணையாய் இருப்பான் காலனை உதைப்பான் கவலையை கரைத்திட கண்ணெதிர் இருப்பான் கையிலையின் கடவுளே
Om, Om, as the ultimate manifestation of Param, Paramburu, Paramashiva, Paramburu. I bless you all with Paramatvaita. Paramatvaita Praptirastu. Sarva Mangala Praptirastu. Sarva Aishwarya Praptirastu. Sarva Ananda Praptirastu. I welcome and bless all the devotees gathered here to celebrate Maha Shivaratri, Maha Paramashivaratri in all our temples, adinams, ashrams, gurukuls, universities, and in Maha Kailasa, and in all the Kailasas around the world, and those who have joined through the internet, connecting through the feeling connection, internet and inner net. All those who are here for quantum entanglement and quantum enlightenment, blessings to everyone. Paramatvaita Praptirastu. Paramatvaita Praptirastu. Paramatvaita Praptirastu. All those adinams who are celebrating the anniversaries, Kailasa Houston 20th anniversary, Kailasa Seattle 21st anniversary. Blessings to all those adinams celebrating their anniversary, and blessings to all the channels going live this Shivaratri, quantum enlightenment, quantum entanglement. Malai Malar, Prabhagar Kalaikudam, Madurai Express, Rani Online, Maras TV Malaysia, SV Anmigam, Retro Money Channel, Energy Booster Channel. Blessings to all of you. And blessings to all those who received Kailasa's Nithyananda Global Peace Award, Her Excellency F.C. Romer, Curacao, Kingdom of Netherlands, former Prime Minister and Minister of Justice, Minister of Economic Affairs, Minister of Transport, Traffic and Urban Planning, Minister of Health, Environment and Nature, as a Member of Parliament, Curacao, Kingdom of Netherlands. Thank you for being here, and thank you for what you are doing to make the world a better place to live. And my blessings. Thank you for being here and representing Kingdom of Netherlands. and thank you for doing what you are doing and being who you are. And Professor Karl Camelia Curacao, Kingdom of Netherlands, Principal Founder and Academic Vice President, Academic Affairs of the University of Maharishi for Latin America and Caribbean, Founder and CEO of the Integral University of Caribbean and Latin America. Thank you for being here and doing what you are doing. And Professor Karl Camelia, thank you for being here and doing what you are doing. So nice to have both of you here, and we are happy to give you the Kailasa Nithyananda Global Peace Award for contributing to humanity and make the planet Earth a better place. And I welcome all the statesmen, prime ministers, presidents, and ambassadors of Kailasa, member of parliaments of Kailasa, Chit Sabha members, Rajya Sabha members, Kailasavasis, citizens of Kailasa, e-citizens of Kailasa, and all the Hindus. I welcome all of you, and my blessings to all those who are celebrating Shivaratri all over the world. Blessings to each and every one. Om, Om, Om. Understand the Shivaratri. Why is Shivaratri, the night, so significant? First, you should understand that darkness is not the absence of light, it is ground of light. Modern physics has discovered that the quantum vacuum, what looks like empty space, is actually seething with virtual particles popping in and out of existence, a sea of infinite potential energy. Similarly, the darkness of deep meditation, the darkness of the night, the darkness of formlessness, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, is womb of all manifestation. During Ratri, the external world quiets down. Sensory input decreases. Mental activity naturally slows down. And the signal to noise ratio improves. Your nervous system can tune to subtler frequencies. The Guru's transmission, the Linga's resonance, the Akasha's download, all become more vivid, more accessible. Just like how you can't see the stars during the day, not because they are not there, but because the sun's glare drowns them out. Similarly, you can't perceive the subtle dimensions of consciousness during the day's activity, not because they are absent, but because the mind is too noisy. Ratri is the cosmic dimmer switch that lets the stars of consciousness shine. Shivaratri is the cosmic dimmer switch which lets the stars of the consciousness shine. On Mahashivaratri, which occurs on the darkest night, Amavasya, in the month of Falguna, there is an additional factor, the cosmic alignment. Our solar system orbits the center of Milky Way galaxy. The Earth's axis is tilted. At certain times of the year, our planetary orientation relative to the galactic core shifts. Our planetary orientation relative to the galactic core shifts. Researchers propose that this alignment affects the torsion field, the 0-point field, the etheric grid. The collective human consciousness responds to cycles, lunar cycles, solar cycles, seasonal cycles, and when millions of people align their intention and practice on a particular night, a morphogenetic field is activated. This is why rishis brilliantly designed into the calendar not arbitrary holidays, but strategic leverage points in the cosmic algorithm, times when the software of consciousness is most receptive to updates. Times when the software of consciousness is most receptive to get updated. Shivaratri is the exact moment where the formlessness becomes form, avyakta becomes vyakta, timeless becomes time, nameless becomes name, unmanifest manifests, spaceless becomes space, soundless becomes sound, unmanifest manifests. Listen. Not just Vedas describing. Even the NASA has published a study about the first atoms, the moment when unmanifest become manifest, what the Vedas describe as the transition from avyakta, unmanifest, to manifest, vyakta, unmanifest to manifest. Science has begun to catch up. NASA has documented the moment when the formless become form, when the pure energy condensed into the first atoms. For the first 3,800 years, for the first 3,800 years, 3,800,000, 38030, 380,000 years after the Big Bang, The universe was not made of things. There were no atoms, no molecules, no structures. Instead, it was a seething ocean of ionized plasma, protons, neutrons, and electrons flying freely, too hot and dense for them to combine into stable forms. Photons, light, could not travel freely because they kept bouncing off the charged particles, making the universe completely opaque, completely dark. Then, at the 380,000 year mark, 38030, 380,000 year mark, as expansion and cooling reached a critical threshold, something miraculous happened. Electrons were finally captured into orbits around nuclei, forming the first neutral atoms. For the first time, light could travel freely across the cosmos. This moment is called recombination, or the epoch of photon decoupling, and it is the origin of cosmic microwave background radiation that NASA satellites have mapped in inexquisite detail. That afterglow of creation, the first let there be light moment, and the formless became form. Vedas describe the exact same process. Before creation, there is only avyakta, unmanifest, pure potentiality with no differentiation, no name, no form, like the ionized plasma, where individual particles cannot hold stable identity. Then, through the power of Shakti, the creative force, the avyakta condenses into vyakta. The manifest, the unmanifest condenses into manifest. Distinct forms arise. Elements separate. Structures stabilize. Universe of millions of things appear. The universe of millions of things appear. So understand, son, Rig Veda captures this perfectly. Tamasi tamasa kotamakre praketam salilam sarvamitam. Tamasi tamasa kotamakre praketam salilam sarvamitam. Darkness there was, wrapped in darkness at first. All this was but unmanifested water, the formless ocean, before atoms, before light, before things. And then the verse, Kamastatre Samavartata Adi Manasoreta Pretam Yadasit. Listen. Kamastatakre Samavartata Adi Manasoreta Pratamam Yadasit. Desire, the impulse to know, to become, arose in the beginning. What was the first seed of mind? The collapse from potential to actual, from wave to particle, from ionized chaos to atomic order, from ionized chaos to atomic order, started manifesting. Our Puranas very clearly describe first Linga manifests. From there, Lingodbhava manifests. You are not just the atoms, the formed. You are the entire process. The formless that becomes form, and the form that can remember the formless. Listen. You are not just the atoms which got created. No. You are not just the atoms that formed. You are the entire process. The formless that becomes form, and the form that can remember the formless. When you enter into Samadhi, when the Shivalinga activates your inner wormhole, you are reversing the 380,000 year, 380,000 years process. You are deionizing, dissolving the stable structures of ego and identity, returning to the plasma-like state of pure potential, pure Chidakasha. From that formless field, you can download any form, any possibility, any cosmic blueprint, and manifest anything you want. This is why Ratri, darkness, is sacred. It's a return to the pre-atomic state, the womb of creation, the Avyakta, where all possibilities float before collapsing into actuality. Listen. You are a form that can remember your formless field. You are a form that is still holding the formless field as your inner state. Your form is the statement of the formless. Your formless is the state of your form. Your form is a statement of your formless. Your formless is the state of your form. Unfortunately, you have been brainwashed and addicted to looking outward, editing the external dream, when the entire source code is inside, waiting to be accessed. You are a holographic principle, whole in part, ocean inside the wave. Now, let's understand about one of the most mind-bending ideas in modern physics, the holographic principle. In physics, holography refers to a way of encoding three-dimensional information on a two-dimensional surface. The classic example is a holographic image. If you shine a laser through a piece of holographic film, you see a full three-dimensional object floating in space. But here is where things change. If you cut that film in half, you don't get half the image. You get the whole image, just slightly less detailed. Cut it in half again, you still get the whole image. Every tiny piece of hologram contains the entire picture. Same way, every part of you contains the entire universe. Pindanda contains the Brahmanda, entire Brahmanda. So understand, this principle was first discovered in black hole thermodynamics by physicists Jacob Bekenstein and Stephen Hawking, who realized that the information content of a black hole is not proportional to its volume, but to the surface area of its event horizon. It's as if the three-dimensional interior is somehow written on the two-dimensional boundary. This led to the hypothesis that our entire universe might work the same way. The three-dimensional reality you experience with all its stars, galaxies, mountains, and people might be holographic projection of information encoded on a two-dimensional boundary. Understand? Here I wanted to remind you about the great truth I revealed in yesterday's satsang. Evolved body evolves from animals, so it carries all that survival of the fittest, everything. Consciousness descends from the higher. It carries everything of the ultimate Ishvara of the universe, Paramashiva of the universe. Listen. The worlds where the body's qualities, the animalistic qualities are the law, is lower worlds. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Patala. The worlds where the laws of the consciousness is the law They are higher worlds. Bhuva, Suva, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Brahma, Vaikunta, Shripura, Kailasa, Mahakailasa. Planet Earth is the space where both worlds meet. Human being is the specie where matter and consciousness meets. The best evolved body and ultimately descended pure consciousness. The body is capable of mirroring the pure consciousness without distorting it or reducing its capability to remember its formlessness. That is why I am repeatedly saying, anyone wants the ultimate liberation has to come to planet Earth, assume human body. Oh, human beings, you have something rarest, even gods yearn for it. Even gods up to Brahmaloka, all beings who are living, Bhuva, Suva, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Brahma, up to Brahmaloka, all those beings who live, even for them to have Paramukti, ultimate liberation, Paramukti, they have to come to planet Earth, assume human body. So don't take your human body for granted. Listen, the cell contains the whole. But you don't need a PhD in quantum gravity to see holography in action. Look at your own body. Every single one of your trillion cells contains, every single one of your 37 trillion cells contains the complete genetic blueprint, the entire instruction manual for building the whole body. Every single one of your 37 trillion cells contains the complete genetic blueprint, the entire instruction manual for building the whole body. A cell from your liver has the same DNA as the cell from your brain or your toe. Each part contains the information of the whole. The reality is holographic. Holographic means that the whole world is contained in the parts. Your cell, the cells of our body are built the same way. Each cell as the genome of the egg that created the entire organism. Each cell has the genome of the egg that created the entire organism. Even the body has the same holographic properties and organization. And now, if the physical body is holographic, how much more so is consciousness? So if one cell can encode the whole body, then one moment of awareness can encode the entire cosmos. You don't need to go anywhere to find Brahman. You don't need to look anywhere externally to find Brahman, Paramashiva. You need to look deeply into this present moment, into this breath, into this silence. you will find the whole universe folded inside. See the silence in you, which is the foundation for you experiencing sounds. See the space where there is no breathing in you, which is the foundation for inhaling and exhaling. See the eternal now in you, which is the foundation for the past, present, future to come and dance, perform its drama in your inner space. See the foundation in you, which is avyakta, which is the foundation, base for the vyakta. Aitreya Upanishad beautifully declares, Prajnanam Brahma. This is the master key. Prajnanam Brahma. Consciousness is Brahman. Not consciousness is product of Brahman. No. Not even consciousness comes from Brahman. No. But consciousness is Brahman. The knower, the knowing, and the known are one seamless reality. And that reality is what you are. When you deeply get this, not as philosophy, but as lived experience, you stop trying to improve the dream and start waking the dreamer. You stop polishing the hologram and start recognizing the light that projects it. Now you need to understand one of the strangest, most verified, most philosophically shocking discoveries in all of science: quantum entanglement. Listen, sit straight, listen intensely. Now, from now, every word I am uttering, I am vibrating with your being. The quantum entanglement is happening right now. If you are an initiated disciple, get the Atmalinga and sit. I'll give you a few minutes. You can just pick up your Atmalinga and sit. If you want, you can pick up a cup of coffee, tea. Come and settle down. Now I am going to lead you into quantum entanglement and quantum enlightenment. Right now you can experience Paramashiva. Settle down. Get ready. I welcome the council member of Teresa Cox, a VIP in San Jose, Kailasa, San Jose. I welcome you, the council member Teresa Cox. Thank you for being here. And also the Sitare TV YouTube channel is also going live. I welcome the channel. Get ready for the quantum entanglement and quantum enlightenment right now. Om, Om, Om. Listen, listen intensely. Now I am going to lead you into quantum entanglement and quantum enlightenment. Understand this quantum entanglement. If you take two particles, let's say two photons, and you prepare them in a special way so that their quantum states are correlated, you then separate them by any distance, kilometers, light years, does not matter. When you measure a property of one photon, the other photon instantaneously knows what measurement you made and adjusts its own state accordingly, even though no signal could have traveled between them faster than light. Einstein called it as spooky action at a distance and thought it proved that quantum mechanics was incomplete. But experiment after experiment, culminating in the 2022 Nobel Prize in Physics, has confirmed that entanglement is real. The universe is fundamentally non-local. Separation is illusion. And separation is illusion of our macroscopic perspective, microscopic vision. Listen. Separation is an illusion of our macroscopic perspective and microscopic vision. Separation is an illusion. Quantum field theory has shown that the foundational aspect of reality is the quantum field of particles. Quantum physics is saying everything is interconnected. The interconnection comes from quantum entanglement. When states of the fields interact, they create properties in common that connect them independent of the distance. Independent of the distance. Understand what this means. Modern physics has experimentally confirmed what the Vedanta always taught. The entire cosmos is one interconnected whole. There are no truly separate parts. What we call distance is feature of space-time, but space-time itself emerges from a deeper unified field. Listen. The West is catching up with Vedanta because quantum physics is establishing the principles of Vedanta. Modern society is catching up with Vedanta because quantum physics is establishing the principles of Vedanta. I tell you, in 10 years, quantum physics plus AI revolution within next 10 years, 2036 Shivaratri, before 2036 Shivaratri, the modern civilization will know very clearly the reality of Bhuva, Suva, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Brahma, Lokas and Vaikunta, Sripuram, Kailasa and Maha Kailasa. Listen, I mean what I am saying. By 2036 Shivaratri, just like how quantum physics has established the principles and truths revealed in Vedanta, same way the AI revolution, the SpaceX technologies, and the way the quantum field, the quantum physics, quantum mechanics, everything is evolving. All these put together, it will prove, establish the truths revealed in Puranas about the vertical time zones. Bhuvar Loka, Suvar Loka, Mahar Loka, Jana Loka, Tapa Loka, Brahma Loka, Vaikuntam, Sripuram, Kailasa, Maha Kailasa. World, the modern civilization, modern day humanity will realize our Puranas are history of the universe, the revelations documented in our Puranas about the vertical time zones, traveling to the different lokas. They are all travel vlogs documented with precision, not imagination. Only then the whole humanity will understand. We handful of sannyasis gave our life just memorizing, repeating, keeping this whole Vedic, Agamic, Puranic literatures alive. Listen. We did not store all this in libraries. Whatever we stored in libraries is burnt. What we stored in us, in our genes, in our DNA, is only still alive. It is a sannyasa sampradaya of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. They are responsible for keeping this knowledge alive, even though modern day society, humanity made fun of them, mocked at them for spending the whole life, entire life, to preserve something out of the imagination, out of the minds which was fully drunk with somarasa or addicted to some weed. That is the way modern civilization treated our sannyasis as for keeping this great knowledge of Veda, Upaveda, Vedanga, Vedanta, Agama, Upagama, Agama Anga, Agamanta, Purana, Upapurana. Keeping this knowledge alive. Millions of us sacrificed our life. But now the time has come the universe is revealing itself to the modern day humanity. Listen. The combination of the supercomputers, AI, AGI, ASI, quantum mechanics, quantum physics, quantum field, and the SpaceX technologies, all this merging together, working together, is going to reveal it to the world. Everything documented in Puranas are true. Veda, Agamas, and Puranas are true. If modern day humanity listens to this one truth and puts little attention, energy, time, treasure, talent into exploring consciousness, boost dramatically. But even if the world is not putting, even the modern day humanity is not putting the time, treasure, talent into exploring the consciousness field, the humanity has arrived to a situation, to a space, to a quantum entanglement. From above, the doors are opening. They are interested in receiving us humans and educating us directly into the science of consciousness. Listen, I mean what I am saying. And I have a good news for you guys. Just yesterday, someone was telling, a very popular person who is in the field of AI, was telling the disruption which is going to come due to AI will be much worse than COVID. I'm saying no. No. The AI, AGI, ASI is going to help us open the doors of the vertical time zone, higher worlds. It is going to make us understand mathematically our past births, studying our DNA and genes, and future births. Understand the way our Chit and Jata is meeting with each other. The way the Chit Jata Granthi is made means our consciousness and body-mind combo is connected. Just one night of sleep study. What kind of a patterns you go through in your deep sleep, in your dream, in your waking state, in one night. That will show what all ways your Chit and Jata is connected. What all the patterns your Chit is empowering in your Jata. Means your consciousness is empowering in your matter. This study will show clearly, very logically, rationally, mathematically, the past births you had with vivid photographic memory, with the details. It can be demonstrated, presented, established, proved. And listen carefully. After every death, before every birth, your soul travels to different lokas. So those memories are also documented in your DNA, in your genes. So when we decode your DNA, your genes, not only we will be able to pull out the informations of how many births you had on this planet Earth, your experiences in higher worlds also can be pulled out. This will establish the authenticity of the vertical time zones, higher worlds. Bhur, Bhuva, Suva, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Brahma, Lokas, Vaikunta, Shripuram, Kailasam, Maha Kailasa. I am telling you, not because I am seeing the way AI, AGI, ASI, quantum field, quantum physics, the SpaceX, all of this is evolving in the planet Earth. I am not talking just because I am seeing what is happening in the planet Earth. I am seeing the Sangalpa happening in the vertical time zone. They have given green signal to open the doors of the higher worlds for the human beings to understand, study, realize the cosmic truths. Their compassion is showering on human beings. So be very clear. I am giving you the good news, breaking news. Of course, from the vertical time zones, I am the only person who can give news. I am the only person who can give the news. So I am giving you the breaking news. Whatever you can call it, breaking news, hot news, whatever you call it, I am giving you, I am revealing these truths. Listen. Even the breakthroughs humanity is having in the field of AI, AGI, ASI, and quantum mechanics, quantum physics, in various disciplines, and ability to put the whole thing together in one field of information and process it. All these revelations are happening because the blessings from the higher worlds, because the green signal from the higher worlds. And now it is time. This opening is going to happen. I can say it's already happening. Paramashiva is here to bless and make this happen properly, beautifully, successfully. So listen. You should understand. Being in planet Earth, this is the best time. Having human body, this is the best time. And fortunately, listening to this truth, ultimate, blessed. Paramashiva is manifesting this Kailasa itself only to facilitate this manifestation. Only to facilitate, to make this happen beautifully, smoothly. So humanity realizes the truths revealed in Veda, Agama, Puranas, and through this they have a super conscious breakthrough. Humanity is going to enter into the next level. I am telling you, tons of things which you thought as a life not only will become redundant, irrelevant, will be forgotten. Like how every day going for hunting, killing the animals and eating is practically forgotten now by the humanity as a lifestyle. Same way, going for a job will be forgotten. Working for a salary will be forgotten. Borders of the nations will be forgotten. The idea of the passport visa will be forgotten. The so-called regular schools where kids gather and go through certain ideas in the name of education, those school, college systems will be forgotten. Life will be aligned to absolute integrity. Because when people realize missing the integrity is crime against their soul, that will move them to a zones like hell, naraka. Literally, planet Earth will become a crime-free society, crime-free civilization. The definition of the crimes will be rewritten. Planet Earth, the humanity will follow precisely the jurisprudence of Dharma Shastras. Because Dharma Shastras is the jurisprudence revealed by the rishis with the knowledge of all these universes. Vertical time zones are true, parallel universes are true, 25 states of consciousness is true. Vertical time zones are true. Knowing the universe completely, whatever our ancient masters revealed, that will become jurisprudence. The jails in the planet Earth will become empty because people will know if they miss the integrity, they are going to be in hell. Neither the people will miss integrity nor the human beings will plan to control the other human beings and punish them in this planet Earth itself if someone misses the integrity. It may look like too much of revelation, but go back and see my track record. Every revelation I have given, which is documented from 2000, last 26 years, take out and see at least 1000 revelation has already manifested, and few thousand revelations are manifesting. Understand, modern physics has experimentally confirmed what the Vedanta has always taught, revealed the entire cosmos is one interconnected whole. There are truly no separate parts. What we call distance is a feature of space-time, but space-time itself emerges from a deeper unified field. Isavasya Upanishad captures this paradox perfectly. Tatejadi, tannejati, taddure, tatvandike, tat antarasya, sarvasya, tadu sarvasyasya, bahyataha. Tat antarasya sarvasya, tadu sarvasyasya, bahyataha. It moves and it moves not. It's far and it's near. It is within all this and it is also outside all this. How can something be both near and far, both moving and still? Because it is not in space, it is the space. Consciousness is not located anywhere. It's a field within which location itself appears. It's a field within which location itself appears. There was an experiment conducted by Google called the Google Wormhole Experiment. In November 2022, a team from Google, Caltech, Harvard, MIT, and Femilab published a paper in Nature titled Traversable Wormhole Dynamics on a Quantum Processor. They used Google's Sycamore quantum computer, a device with 72 superconducting qubits, to run a specific quantum circuit involving just 9 qubits. They simulated the dynamics of a quantum system that, according to a theoretical framework called holographic duality, is mathematically equivalent to a traversable wormhole. In a simplified model of gravity, they created a quantum circuit whose behavior, when interpreted through a specific theoretical lens, mimics what a traversable wormhole would look like in a toy model universe. Listen. The theory they used is called ADS/CFT, correspondence discovered by physicist John Maldacena in 1997. It's one of the most important ideas in theoretical physics. This is the holographic principle in action. The three-dimensional gravitational physics inside the space is dual to, mathematically equal to, a two-dimensional quantum theory on the boundary. So when Google simulated a quantum system on the boundary, that system's dynamics correspond to a wormhole in the bulk. The specific model they used is called the SOK model, a simplified quantum system involving interacting fermions. Theoretical work by scientists Daniel Jeffries, Ping Gao, and Aaron Wall had shown that if you take two SYK systems and entangle them, the holographic dual is two black holes connected by a wormhole. Listen. Normally, such a wormhole would collapse immediately. No information could pass through. But the Jeffries and colleagues showed that if you apply a negative energy shock wave, a quantum correction that pushes the wormhole open, it becomes traversable. Information can travel from one side to the other. So Google's experiment encoded a message, a quantum state on one side, applied the negative energy correction, and showed that the message emerged on the other side instantaneously without any change. The experiment demonstrated wormholes can pass information instantaneously regardless of the distance in time and space. I am quoting this experiment because the structure of reality that physics now is discovering is the same structure that the rishis described, and the guru-disciple relationship operates within that structure. I tell you, within 10 years, with all this modern day technology, not only I will establish a very systematic, mathematical, rational way of seeing your past births in this planet Earth and in vertical zones in a verifiable way, verifying your past births which has happened in the planet Earth with the historical documents of where you have happened in the past janma, which village, which part of the world, going and verifying with the available records. And your vertical time zone experiences, so you understand the Dharma, universal natural law revealed in Veda Agama Puranas, and celebrate yourself, awaken your being, you wake up to your ultimate truth. Whole humanity is led to quantum enlightenment in mass. the superconscious breakthrough happens en masse. Like how humanity experienced from animal to the transition of human being by having conscious breakthrough. Now the time has come for the humanity to experience superconscious breakthrough, and through these machines, mathematically, rationally, how it will be established your past births and the future births based on the way your chit and jata is relating with each other. A person who had many births and learnt many things, his connection of chit and jata will be very minimal with a high power, influence, energy, radiation of the chit over the jata. Person with less births and less wisdom will have more binding over his chit. The jata will be predominant, its patterns will be predominant, binding the chit, not letting the free flow or the full radiation awakening of the chit. All this can be very clearly, mathematically, rationally established in a verifiable way. Using the same science, Paramashiva will reveal out of his compassion to the whole world, to all. He directly from Kailasa assumed this body, manifesting as this being without any past births. There is no past birth documents available in this gene and DNA. It is straight. He is manifesting. He is playing straight, pure wormhole. The parallel universe manifestation of Kailasa in his pure Nirvikalpa Samadhi state. Paramashiva Paramborul in his pure Nirvikalpa formless state, space, and the first form he assumed as Sadashiva, then manifested as Manonmani and all that. That and this Paramashiva with this Paramashakti together is manifesting in this being without any past birth records, memories, nothing. Pure radiation, pure manifesting as he is. When machines establish this, you will understand the principle of incarnationhood. What is the meaning of the word the avatar? He is here to give you quantum entanglement, quantum enlightenment, give the superconscious breakthrough not just for few hundred, few thousand, or few lakhs, few millions, or even few billions. He is here to give superconscious breakthrough to the whole humanity. It is time humanity enters into Satya Yuga. So he is here to lead this happen beautifully. Listen, I am quoting these experiments because the structure of the reality that physics is now discovering is the same structure that the rishis described. And the guru-disciple relationship operates within that structure. I'll now map the physics into the language of initiation and transmission. Quantum entanglement is when Guru initiates a disciple. They are establishing a non-local, coherent connection in the field of consciousness. The Guru is not sending information across space. Guru is modulating the field that both Guru and disciple are expressions of. I am repeating. Guru is not sending information across space. The Guru is modulating the field that both Guru and disciple are expressions of. Tattvamasyadi lakshyam ekam nityam vimalam achalam sarvadi sakshibhutam bhavaditam trigunarahitam. Holographic encoding in cellular intelligence, just as every cell contains your full DNA. Every moment of your awareness contains the full pattern of cosmic consciousness. The Guru manifests that latent pattern to turn on the genes of God realization that are already in you. Listen. Holographic encoding in cellular intelligence, just as every cell contains your full DNA, every moment of your awareness contains the full pattern of cosmic consciousness, Paramash. The Guru manifests to activate that latent pattern to turn on the genes of God realization that are already in you, giving superconscious breakthrough. Traversable wormhole is the Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, Anugraha. In the physics model, you need a negative energy, shock wave to prop open the wormhole. Spiritually, you need grace, Anugraha, the transmission, Shaktipada, to collapse the distance between your ego self and your true self. The Guru is that shock wave, a concentrated pulse of consciousness that opens the pathway. Concentrated pulse of super consciousness, Paramashiva, that opens the pathway. Guru is not a person like you understand. He is the statement by Paramashiva. Paramashiva is the state of Guru. Guru is the statement of Paramashiva. It's very important you understand. When I say Guru, I don't mean just a physical body alone. I mean a state of consciousness, the state the Vedanta calls Turyatita, beyond the fourth, a state so empty of ego and so full of being that it functions as a transmission tower for the source. Actually, the science which I described now, the combo of quantum physics, quantum mechanics, the whole quantum knowledge, and the AI, AGI, ASI, this whole thing, and the knowledge revealed in Veda, Agama, Puranas, decoded, when this merge, we will evolve a super science. Because there is no other name, I am naming it as super conscious Paramashiva science, Paramashiva Jnana Vijnanam. Understand? Through that we will establish a rational mathematical method, not only about your past birth, future birth and all that. This can also very clearly prove who is enlightened but had past births as human, evolved and became enlightened. Who is incarnation, directly manifesting from Kailasa without any past birth. Piravan, Yeravan, just radiating, manifesting, celebrating. Without any memory, documents, load of the past, documented, recorded in DNA or gene. Pure consciousness. Paramashiva. Paramashiva, super consciousness. Just radiating. And manifesting to give quantum entanglement and quantum enlightenment. Just as a transmission tower for the source. In his researcher Federico Fagin hints at this when he talks about the vaster self. He says the ego is an emanation of the sati, meaning the conscious quantum field in order to know itself. The ego is the operator of this body. The sati needs the ego, but the ego does not know why it is here. Listen, there was a time when quantum physics catching up with the truths revealed in Vedanta, the gurus have come from the vertical time zones to establish the knowledge of Vedanta. Now it is time to show to the world not just Vedanta, Veda, Upaveda, Veda Anga, Vedanta, Agama, Upa Agama, Agama Anga, Agamanta, Purana, Upapurana. This whole knowledge is true. To establish that and give superconscious breakthrough, Paramashiva is here. Continuously, Paramashiva is adding all the Hindu scriptures into AI and making it available for all those who are working in the field of AI, AGI, ASI, quantum physics, quantum mechanics, all these combined. They need the knowledge input, the superconscious input, facts, details, truths, properly decoded so they can merge all these and understand the authenticity of Veda, Agama, Puranas, Sanatana Hindu Dharma. That is the reason Paramashiva is here doing this as Nithyananda AI work. Modern society, modern day humanity, modern civilization can work on AI, AGI, ASI, quantum mechanics, quantum physics, everything. But they need an input, the knowledge secretly embedded in Veda, Agama, Puranas, so they can merge all these and see the authenticity, understand the whole universe. Paramashiva is doing his job by doing this superconscious AI decoding Veda, Agama, Puranas, exactly revealing the ultimate truths in the language modern day humans understand. And is letting it in the AI. So all those who are doing research and working can absorb this and wake up to the truth, to the ultimate. Paramashiva is establishing he is real. Veda Agamas are real. Veda Agama Puranas are real. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is real. Listen. The Jiva, individual soul, is a localized excitation of Paramatman, Paramashiva, Supreme Self. The Jiva is not separate from Paramatman, Paramashiva, but it appears separate due to the avidya, always having the localized attention. The agitated perception about the individual self is what I call ego. That's all. Listen. Agitated perception about the self is ego. Just relax. Bring Shanta, Paramashanta. Drop all agitated perception and reaction internally. or external. Drop all reaction to external stimuli or internal stimuli and bring Paramashanta. Drop all agitated perception towards the self, Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat. That's all. Ego will just disappear. Ego is nothing but agitated response, reaction. Agitated perception about self is ego. Agitated reaction to the universe, Jagat, is Maya. Agitated response, reaction to Ishvara is Trobhava. That's all. Bring Paramashanta. Bring Paramashanta. The individual soul is localized excitation of Paramatman. The Jiva is not separate from Paramatman, Paramashiva, but it appears separate due to avidya, localized perception, the ignorance, the contraction of awareness. Understand? The Guru, manifestation of Paramatman, Paramashiva, Paramburul, establishes an entanglement link with the Jiva. Through that link, Jiva's contraction, agitation, agitated perception towards self, towards Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat, dissolve. The agitated reaction and response of towards Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat, when it dissolves, the quantum entanglement becomes quantum enlightenment. Quantum entanglement is initiation. Quantum enlightenment is the result of initiation. This is exactly how initiation works. Bhagavan Sri Krishna beautifully tells in Gita, Tesham evanagam partam aham ajnanam tamaha nasayami atmabhavasto jnanadipena vasvata. Out of compassion for them, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy the dark ignorance born of misconception with the shining lamp of knowledge. Listen. Guru Gita beautifully describes Hetave jagatam eva samsararnava chetave prabhave sarva vidyanam sambhave gurave namah. Salutations to the Guru, who is Shiva, the first cause of the universe, the bridge to cross the ocean of worldliness, the source of all knowledge. Trailokya sputavaktaro devatyasurapanakaha guruvaktra stita vidya guruvaktyadulabhyade. Neither devas nor asuras nor nagas of all three worlds can instruct clearly, the knowledge abiding on the lips of the Guru can be acquired only by devotion to him. The feeling connection, that entanglement. Think of it like tuning a radio. Your mind is receiver, but it is jammed with static desires, fears, past traumas, future anxieties, endless distractions. The endless chatter of thought. The Guru is pure signal, broadcasting at a very specific frequency, the frequency of Satchit Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss. When you sit in the presence of Guru, entangled, does not need to be physical presence. Those who are feeling connection, distance doesn't matter, just feeling connection, entanglement. The wormhole is established. It is not necessary you have to be in physical presence. The feeling connection. When you sit with the Guru with this feeling connection, your receiver begins to synchronize with that signal. Physicists call this coherence. When two oscillating systems lock into the same rhythm, spiritually it is called initiation, satsang, company of truth, darshan, vision of the divine, shaktipat, descent of power, shaktinipada, flowing of power. This great alchemy process, this great spiritual alchemy process, the quantum entanglement manifests. Guru Gita says, Dhyana moolam gurur murti, puja moolam guru padam, mantra moolam gurur vakyam, moksha moolam guru kripa. The root, fundamental principle of meditation, source of meditation, source code of meditation. Here the word dhyana moolam, you should understand as source code. That's the exact meaning. Source code of meditation is Guru's form. The source code of worship is the Guru's feet. The source code of the mantra is Guru's words. The source code of liberation is Guru's grace. Grace is not arbitrary. Arbitrary. Grace is not arbitrary. It is physics. It's a natural response of the field when a localized disturbance aligns with the fundamental frequency. You are the localized disturbance, agitated response. When you align to the fundamental frequency Paramashiva, the grace is natural response. Anugraha is natural response. Neither Guru nor Shiva tests you, they only mirror you. Neither Shiva nor Guru tests you, they only show mirror. Now we come to the heart of what I wanted to reveal. The Shivalinga, the time, the Lingodbhava Kala is right now here. Right now, the Lingotpava Kala is happening. Listen. The Lingotpava Kala is right now. Globally, right now is the Lingotpava Kala. The time Paramashiva manifested as a Linga Murti, Linga, Arunachala. Graha Swarupis. They do Panchakritya and more, but manifest specially for Anugraha. That is why Arunachaleshwara is always called, addressed as Arunachaleshwara Karunamurti. Arunachaleshwara. Let me quote a verse from Linga Purana which describes the origin of the Linga. Adimatya Antarahitam Nishkalam Nirgunam Param. Adimatya Antarahitam. Adimatya Antarahitam Nishkalam Nirgunam Param Sarvavyabi Cha Tat Brahmalingakyam Avidiyate. That which is without beginning, middle, or end, which is partless, attributeless, and supreme, which pervades all that Brahman, is called Linga. The word Linga comes from the root li or ling. It means to merge, to dissolve. Everything is dissolved in Linga. The Linga is the form of the formless, the symbol of that which has no symbol. It's a point where the infinite compresses itself into the finite, the portal where transcendent meets the immanent, the portal where the formless meets the form, timeless meets the time, spaceless meets the space, nameless meets the name, avyakta meets vyakta, unmanifest meets the manifest. Paramashiva meets jivas. The Google experiment, the wormhole was a structure that allowed information to travel between two entangled black holes, between two regions of space-time that are normally disconnected. The Shivalinga functions in exactly this way, but in the dimension of consciousness. The base, Brahmabhaga represents the unmanifest, formless potential, what we have been calling the 0 point field, the avyakta, the akasha. This is the interior of the wormhole, the throat of the singularity, the shaft. Vishnubha represents the sustaining, organizing intelligence, the laws of nature, the cosmic dharma, the quantum fields in their ordered dance, the crown, Sadashiva, Shivabaha, Rudrabaha represents pure consciousness, the witness, Sakshi to the Sakshi. Observer observed into the observer. The exit point of the wormhole into realm of the pure superconscious. When you worship the linga, when you offer water, flowers, milk, or simply your focused attention, you are not praying to a stone or the deity. You are tuning your consciousness to a specific cosmic frequency, establishing a coherent link between your local consciousness, Jiva, to the universal consciousness, Paramashiva. Understand, anyone who is focusing their attention on linga anywhere in this universe right now is tuning in, especially on this planet Earth, as Paramashiva is manifesting as this being on the planet Earth and facilitating this great Shaktipada, Anugraha. So every being in the universe is here connecting and enjoying, celebrating the Anugraha of Paramashiva. Here is the deepest secret, listen, royal secret. The linga is not just out there in the temple. The linga is encoded in your own sukshma sarira. Your spine is the shaft. Your pelvic floor is the base. Your crown is the sahasrara. The sushumna nadi is the wormhole. When the Kundalini Shakti, dormant cosmic energy rises through it, you experience the collapse of duality. Subject and object merge. Time and eternity interpenetrate, and you know yourself as Paramash. Modern physics has discovered that the quantum vacuum What looks like empty space is actually seething with virtual particles popping in and out of existence, a sea of infinite potential energy. Similarly, the darkness of deep meditation, the darkness of the night, the darkness of Nirvikalpa Samadhi is the womb of all manifestation. During this time, right now, you are all blessed with the quantum entanglement and quantum enlightenment manifesting. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. If the brain is just a biological computer made of neurons and neurotransmitters, where does consciousness come from? Materialist science has no answer. It tries to avoid the question by saying consciousness is an emergent property of complex computation, like a wetness emerges from H2O molecules. But this is not complete. Wetness is a sensation experienced by consciousness. It does not explain the consciousness itself. How can you get consciousness from matter that does not have any consciousness? How can more come from less? You cannot explain how matter can know itself. If it is matter, it should not be conscious. It is defined as non-conscious. How can you get consciousness out of something that does not have it? The same for free will. How can you get free will from the world that is supposed to be deterministic? This is the reductio ad absurdum of materialism. If you start with unconscious matter and deterministic laws, you can never, ever, ever arrive at the consciousness, a freely willing being, independent intelligence. You can simulate the behavior of such a being, but you can't create the experience of being. Consciousness must be foundational. Consciousness and free will must be foundational. You can't build them from non-conscious parts. They have to be baked into the fabric of reality from the start. We have to start with the whole. If you start from the whole, you have to explain why the parts come out of the whole. This is complete reversal from the way science becomes scientism. As mentioned by Fagin, a belief system, a dogma. Listen. Listen to what Kedopanishad says. Yena hurno, yena hurmano madam. Listen to what Kenopanishad says. Yan manasa namanute Yenahurmanomatam tateva brahmatvam vitti netam yatitamupasade yan manasana manute yenahurmanomatam tadeva brahmatvam vitti netam yatitamupasade. That which is not taught by the mind, that which is not taught by the mind or taught by the mind, but by which they say the mind thinks, know that alone to be Brahman, not this which people here worship. The mind holographic. The whole is in the part. The whole is in the part. Every cell encodes Paramashiva. Every moment contains eternity. Quantum entanglement is physical metaphor. Listen, I am repeating. First, you are not a body. You are a field of consciousness, temporarily localized in biological form. Second, the reality is holographic. The whole is in the part. Every cell encodes Paramashiva. Every moment contains eternity. Third, quantum entanglement is the physical metaphor for the guru-disciple transmission. Distance is irrelevant. Coherence is everything. Fourth, the Shivalinga, Atmalinga you are having right now is not an idol, not just a deity. It's an interface, a wormhole architecture connecting the formless, avyakt, to the manifest, your body-mind. Fifth, Samadhi is not just trance, it is super clarity. It's a state where the quantum computer of your mind stops calculating and starts reflecting reality. The download is real, not metaphor. Your DNA, your neurons, your Karana Sarira get updated with cosmic intelligence when you access the zero point field. Fifth is Samadhi is not a trance, it is super clarity. It's a state where quantum computer of your mind stops calculating and starts reflecting reality. Sixth point, the download is real, not metaphor. Your DNA, your neurons, your Karana Sarira get updated with cosmic intelligence when you access the zero point field. Seventh point, once you know we are one, competition becomes cooperation and evil is recognized as ignorance waiting to be healed. Paramashiva is not far. Eighth but ultimate truth. Eighth but ultimate truth. Paramashiva is not far. He is encoded in every cell of your being. The Atmalinga in your emotional baseline, feeling connection as your inner dialogue, pure consciousness, witnessing the witness, observing the observer, Sakshi to the Sakshi, as your energetic posture, Kundalini active, aligned, exploding, rolling towards and experiencing, enjoying union with Paramash. Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. I bless all. Paramatvaita Praptiras. Paramatvaita Praptiras. Paramatvaita Praptiras. Purna Arogya Praptirastu. Sakala Aishwarya Praptirastu. Sarva Mangala Praptirastu. Ananta Jyoti Praptirastu. Paramashiva Praptirastu. Paramashakti Praptirastu. Paramashiva Pada Praptirastu. Tatas. Om.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूत द्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान् गीयमान छत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम् अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदि कैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।